What is shadowing? Shadowing is a technique to improve your speaking where you listen to a native speaker and immediately repeat what they say. This technique has several benefits, including improving your intonation, in other words, the melody of your sentences, and pronunciation, because you're comparing your speaking with a native speaker's in real time. Today, I'm here to give you 10 phrases you can use in any conversation. These phrases are neutral, meaning they aren't specific to one generation or group. They can be used in casual conversations or formal ones. Before we get started, if you're new here, hello. My name is Jean. I'm an English teacher who has taught over 7,000 classes since 2019, and you're listening to English Extras, a podcast designed to help make English make sense. If you learned something new today, please consider subscribing because it's a great way to support my work completely for free. And if you're already subscribed, please consider sharing this episode. That's an even better way to support me completely for free. Now let's get into it. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give you the phrase at normal speed, tell you what it means and when to use it, then repeat it again slowly, point out any pronunciation tips, then say it again at normal speed. Try to copy me exactly. Focus on what it actually sounds like, not what you think it should sound like. Here we go. Number 1, that makes sense. That makes sense means you understand what someone told you. So if someone is explaining something to you, you can respond, that makes sense. Here it is slowly. That makes sense. Notice how the final S sound in makes blends into the initial S sound in sense. Makes sense. Also, the final T sound in that gets a little dropped. That. Here it is at normal speed. That makes sense. Number 2, fair enough. Fair enough means you're accepting someone's point. You may not agree or disagree, but you're accepting the point. So if someone says, I'd really like to do that, but I can't, you can respond, fair enough. Here it is slowly. Fair enough. The final R sound in fair blends into the beginning of enough. Fair enough. Here it is at normal speed. Fair enough. Number 3, come to think of it. Come to think of it is something you can say when you suddenly remember something. You can use this to change topics as well. Here it is slowly. Come to think of it. Notice how to shortens to t. Come to. And think of it blends together so it sounds like one long word. Think of it. Think of it. Here it is at normal speed. Come to think of it. Number 4, as far as I know. As far as I know is a way of expressing partial certainty, meaning that you aren't 100% sure, but you're as certain as you can be with the information you have. So if someone says, is the meeting at 3:00? You can say, as far as I know. Maybe the meeting changed, but according to the information you have, It's still at 3 o'clock. Here it is slowly. As far as I know. And here it is at normal speed. As far as I know. Number 5, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more is a way of expressing strong agreement. You absolutely agree with someone. So if someone says, English Extras is the best podcast ever, then you can say, I couldn't agree more. Here it is slowly. I couldn't agree more. Notice how the T at the end of couldn't isn't fully pronounced and sometimes disappears entirely. Couldn't. It's still very important to pronounce the N sound. Couldn't. Here it is at normal speed. I couldn't agree more. Number 6, just to be clear. Just to be clear is a way of confirming your understanding. So if you're not sure if you understood someone correctly, you can use just to be clear and then follow with what you understood. Here it is slowly. Just to be clear. Notice how the final T in just blends into the initial T in to. Just to. And to once again shortens to t. Just to be. Here it is at normal speed. Just to be clear. Number 7, to be honest with you. To be honest with you is a way of introducing a personal opinion that might be a little bold. So if your friend says, "Do you like my new shirt?" and you don't like it, you can say, "To be honest with you, not really." Here it is slowly. To be honest with you. Notice that the to once again shortens to t, to be, and the H in honest is silent. Honest. Here it is again at normal speed. To be honest with you. Number 8, long story short. Long story short is a way to signal you are about to summarize something. So if you're telling someone a story or explanation that could be very long and complicated, you could say, long story short, and just give the main point or takeaway. It's a way of skipping over all the details. Here it is slowly. Long story short. And again at normal speed. Long story short. Number 9, at the end of the day. At the end of the day is a way to signal what actually matters. So if you're discussing a topic with someone about what is important in life, you can say, at the end of the day, if my kids are happy, I'm happy. Here it is slowly. At the end of the day. Notice the T at the end of at blends into the TH sound at the beginning of the. At the. And of gets shortened to a. End of the day. Here it is again at normal speed. At the end of the day. Number 10, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that is a way to say you're choosing not to elaborate more. So maybe it's a sensitive topic. Maybe you and your colleague are talking about your boss, and you don't want to simply say you don't like your boss. You could say instead, I'm not a big fan of him, and I'll leave it at that. This signals you are not going to say anything more about it. Here it is slowly. I'll leave it at that. Notice that I'll blends into leave. I'll leave. I'll leave. And at blends into that. At that. At that. Here it is at normal speed. I'll leave it at that. Well, there you have it. You now have 10 phrases you can use in your next conversation. My advice, choose one or two and try to work them into your next conversation, meaning find or create an opportunity to use them. Practicing them in real life or online is one of the best ways to remember them, so they will start to come to you naturally. We focused a little more on connected speech today, which is another way of saying how words blend together when you're speaking quickly. If you'd like to learn more about patterns of connected speech, I have not one, but 2 episodes about those patterns you can listen to now. Check out the description to learn more. As always, thanks for listening, my friends. Until next time, bye.